You presented a reasoned argument. All you said is, no, that's wrong.
I think that you should read the books and get these facts straight.
Why would I read them again?
Because I don't think you really understand.
Oh, I didn't have the word clear or anything. I actually speak very well. I'm an academic. You know what I'm talking about. I don't just read something once and say, I think I'm just going to go waste my time protesting with people. I'm not out here uninformed.
Okay, well, just the thing that you put here is not in the document.
I didn't say it was in the diet. Do I know what tape?
What tape?
The one that we're taking right now. I haven't said anything about clear being dynamics. That's what you said.
No, you were talking about why haven't you got
And I didn't say anything about Dianetics. You did.
Okay. Well, you said you're clear.
Right.
I said that's not what it says in Dianetics. Because when you read it, you said it didn't happen.
I don't. I read it once. I said, this is really bad. And that was actually a long time ago. Long before we did this. This is back when I really knew nothing about Scientology at all. I read it when I was maybe 20. And it was terrible. L. Ron Hubbard writes some really bad stuff. Books are not all that great.
Can I ask you a question now that you've asked me all these questions?
Absolutely.
If you feel so strongly about what you're saying, right?
I've already explained that to you.
Well, explain it.
Okay. The corporation that your church is part of has a policy called fair game. Don't tell me you're doing this or not. Because of the fair game policy, I am not going to reveal my identity. We have ample evidence that something may well happen.
Yeah, people have called and said that people from our group have sent bomb threats. Okay, that's completely ridiculous, but it happened. They sent the FBI to some of our people's houses.
Did you guys have any involvement with those various things like hacking into government?
No, it wasn't me. It wasn't.
Okay.
No.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Have you ever gone to a website on the internet where you put in there a comment but you didn't have to put your name?
I'm not really very computer savvy.
Seriously?
That's not uncommon. We've heard that quite a bit. There's a way to be anonymous, little a, where you just don't know what someone's identity is. And there are a lot of people that glom on. I mean, what you're really asking is, am I responsible for the crimes for anybody that calls themselves anonymous?
No, I'm just curious if you guys, if that's the same anonymous one.
No, it's not.
It's very, very difficult to explain. And especially if you're not computer or internet savvy, it's very, very difficult to explain.
I mean, I can send email, I can
Yeah.
go on Google and find something, but it's like, if I want to buy something.
Okay.
Explanation would be that unlike Scientology,
It's a big sloppy
You're not
Venn
like
diagram.
affiliated with the
Not really.
Someone could say they're a member of Anonymous and be some other.
Yes, actually, yes.
Honestly, if you wanted to put one of our masks on right now, I know you don't, but if you did,
I'm not going to do that.
I know you're not, but all of a sudden you'd be anonymous, and we're no more responsible for what you do than anybody else.
I don't think that's right. I think if a person is going to do something, that they should stand up, face forward, and say what they have to say, and confront whatever it is, and be.
I agree with
And
you.
if you really believe something strongly enough, then you should blame yourself.
Do you deny that?
If it doesn't really believe it.
But do you deny that people?
You can't see my face, you can't believe
Yeah,
it.
because it's like you're afraid to really stand up for what you believe in.
I know, it's not what I'm afraid to do at all. I just told you why I'm afraid to be out here with my mask on.
Okay, well, I'm hardly a scary person.
No, you're not.
I understand
do
what
you
you're
acknowledge
saying.
the fair game policy? Is it
That policy is not.
The naming of the policy doesn't exist. We've seen the letter.
We've
and
seen
all
it
did was get rid of the name. It still
signed by
exists.
Hubbard.
It still happens to this day, and that's why I won't take my mask off.
Okay. Fair enough.
I mean, like I said, we had people sent the FBI after some people that were critical of Scientology here in Kansas City because somebody said that they mailed a bomb threat. Okay, are you denying that happened?
Well, I didn't have anything to do with it.
You didn't?
How come you have nothing to do with what goes on in the church that belongs to you? You're responsible for your people.
Okay. You know what? I'm not going to argue with you, okay? I didn't call the FBI.
Somebody did.
But when
Yeah,
your
well,
parishioners
you know what? Somebody could have done that. Anybody could have done that. Just like you guys, okay? So someone could have just decided to do that.
You want to scoot over so you don't have the sun in your eyes?
I actually would like to do more because I have more to do than just.
Well,
I'm
there's.
sure you do. And we love that you came out here and talked to us. It's all we've ever
I'm
asked
sure you
for.
do because you can now put your thing on the internet.
Well-
and make a fool out of me.
That's still on the conversation.
Actually, I'll tell you what.
Well, I would rather sit down and have a conversation over people that I can look in the eye and see who
You
the heck
can look
they
me in the
are.
eye. My eyes are
Well,
blue, aren't they?
his mask keeps flipping up over his face.
Yeah, it doesn't fit
Okay.
very well.
Anyway, I appreciate the fact that you were willing to talk to me, and you have a right to believe and think whatever you want. I wish you wasn't that way.
All I ask is, just like you have your right to practice your religion inside of that building, we have every right to be out here. And please,
I haven't
please,
stopped you.
well, you're interrupting me.
Did I ask you to leave?
All I'm asking you is to please speak with your parishioners and tell them to stop violating our rights and calling the police on us when we're not doing anything wrong. We're not bothering anybody. We're over here, you're over there. That would be huge. If we don't have the cops called on us for a year, that would be amazing.
Okay, well, if you're out here for a year, I guess we can start keeping track.
We've been here for 4 years.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave now.
Well, I want to talk about the Sea Org, though.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Okay.
Have you heard about the women who are forced to get abortions because they're not allowed to have families? All right, we should talk about the Sea Org more.